So just trying to have a look at what they look like with their mouths open, since I don't look at a lot of them all that often. This is actually going to be quite a tricky one to pull off for me. Luckily I have, we used to have a pet lizard, a blue-tongued skink, and they do have very similar face shapes to snakes as well, so can definitely rely on some of the visual memories I have of those. I find that having pets similar to the characters you're trying to draw really helps, you know, to create a visual repertoire of that creature. So she's trying to tame her hair at the moment, and she's not having too much luck with a bunch of them, so we'll definitely see if she succeeds in taming them. Talk about a bad hair day. She definitely has one. Although I think for her, in her case, it's a bit of a permanent condition. So, yeah. Definitely need to give her some sleeves. So I'm just adding that in. Not sure, I think I'm definitely most excited to start colouring my pumpkin one first. I love the orange colour, and you can play around a lot with that, so it will definitely be the one I'm most excited to start colouring if I had to pick one off my head of the ones that I've completed so far. So I'm trying to make them look mischievous, but not too, you know, not too mean, hopefully. Hopefully they still look playful enough to be friendly. That's what we want. She definitely doesn't seem too impressed with what they're doing at the moment, but I'm sure they'll learn to get along. Obviously she's still quite young, as are they, so they'll still learn to cope. So I'm not sure if I'll finish this one in this afternoon stream, because there are quite a large number of them, and yeah, I think I'll definitely need to work on this one a little bit further tonight, but So I looked up a couple of references of little kids pouting, so I could make sure I got the expression just right. It's quite fascinating how different expressions, rely so much on so many different muscles in your face, and not just the lips themselves. It's crazy. You really have to incorporate all of it to get that look that you want. I hate the ones that have singing in them. They're really distracting. Just trying to add a little bit more variety to this composition, I guess. I just don't feel like the way that they go out from her face is quite interesting enough. So I'll see if I can come up with a different way for them to flow. If I can get all of them working together. That's the idea, I guess. That definitely looks more interesting than how I had it before. So I think I'll definitely like to keep that. I'm wondering if this one needs to come over to cut that framing that it's creating around her face a little more. Don't want it to be, too obvious that they're going around her. I definitely want them to look like they're extending. So if I can make that one appear on the other side, then hopefully that can work. They really do have a whole lot of curves. I think the only other creature that is as complex to draw is the octopus, with regards to how many tentacles they have. So, hi Angel, welcome to the stream. I'm drawing a Gorgon today, so I've picked the Medusa to draw. So this little one is just trying to brush out her her untamed hair. She's having quite a bad hair day. But yeah, she's trying to get it in line, working with her. There we go. Hopefully by the end of it, it doesn't look as, you know, I'll have a little more variety in how I've done the way they flow. So I'm just trying to vary that a slight bit. Hopefully it's not as, you know, it doesn't just look like they're all coming out from the same direction in a straight way. I want them to look like they're flowing and moving and everything. So we'll try to work on that as much as possible. The more I can overlap them, the more it should help me to get a little bit more, get a little bit more dynamic motion in my drawing, and have the foreground and background pop out. Angel, how did you learn to draw? I'm not sure. I started drawing when I was very young, so I just started drawing in my sketchbooks, just, you know, just giving things a go and keeping at it. So I drew every single day when I was a kid, and probably just kept at it. And when I grew older, I wanted to pursue a career in it. So I went to study illustration at uni, which was really helpful. It didn't teach me a whole lot about drawing itself, but it taught me a whole lot of skills of, like, you know, looking for mistakes in your drawings, how to spot them, that kind of thing, and also how to build a career in illustration, I guess. It really helped you, you know, learn those professional skills that really help to pull that off. So yeah, no, I really enjoyed my time at uni. I made a lot of artistic friends, and it's nice to have a community of such friends that you can keep in touch with post-uni as well. So I definitely enjoyed my time at uni. But yeah, you don't have to go to uni if you want to, you know, become an artist. All the skills you want to learn, you can really just learn by practicing. And then, you know, I probably would actually, if I were to recommend going to uni for someone, to really practice your skills before you go to uni, because the more you know, the more you can get out of you know, uni, the more they can teach you, I guess. So I in some ways do wish when I went to uni that I had my you know, my artistic style kind of set and established. I feel like it would really have, you know, allowed my teachers to bring out more you know, learning experience for me, and you know, push me to another level where, you know, now I would like feedback from them on certain things, and it's hard because you're not at uni anymore. So at least you still have your peers to ask things and stuff like that. And yeah, but no, it was a great experience. Angel, is that the best you can draw? I hope so. Yeah. But no, I've done a lot of drawings. This, you know, obviously you're not 100% happy with each and every one of them. But I have others on my Instagram page as well. So yeah, you're welcome to have a look. go. Just need to add some of her ear in here. Another singing one. I just try to add some more shading to her face as well, so she can, you know, pop out a little bit more. So I always find that it helps to darken the bridge when I'm doing my characters as well. Just really helps it pop forward, and it was always a very interesting thing for me. You know, I used to never understand, well, why it should catch the most light, but which means that, well, shouldn't it then be lighter? But no, I was just I guess observing a lot of other artists as well and how they did it, and came to realize that you actually need to darken that for it to pop forward, which is quite interesting. But yeah, hopefully I can capture her pouting expression quite accurately. Still gotta refine that. So I'm just shading the snake at the moment so he can appear more in the background. Try and bring that one in the other side forward a little, so you can tell that he's in front of the other one. And then I'll shade this one a bit darker. Hopefully we can get that to look right. I think I'll make him extend out as well. That way we're playing with a bit more of an interesting composition, not as you know, not as stagnant. Angel, why do people like pencils with no eraser? I'm not sure. I use these anyway, so you know, I use that eraser, and I also have my other one. So yeah, I'm not sure. Obviously I like these pencils because they're really stable. They're really I guess yeah, just sturdy to work with, and nice to hold, and obviously they look nice for me. So but yeah, some people I guess do like them, but those erasers that you get on pencils tend to not, well, first of all, they don't usually tend to be really good pencils. Not always, but some don't, and they're so small, so they're really hard to work with, I guess, which is one of the problems with a pencil that has erasers. You know, they're so tiny, and oftentimes, you know, these are much easier, so I can conform it into a tiny shape like that if I need to, and so that's really useful. But yeah, no, it's obviously just personal preference. There's no reason you can't use them. But I think in general, I think most artists just prefer having an eraser that's a little bit more, you know, a little bit bigger, that doesn't get, you know, because obviously we do use it quite a lot, so it's going to get very dirty if we use a small one all the time. And I think that's just, you know, they get used up too quickly and things like that. I would guess is probably the main reason why people tend not to use them. But I'm sure there are definitely some who do. I'm just not one of them. Do you make art yourself, or are you more of an art collector? I'm trying to make them as happy as possible. Got to make them all quirky and give them some expression. Want it to be somewhat funny. There we go. I'm just gonna change that shape a little as well. It's not working, so I'll just adjust it. This lullaby is gonna put us to sleep soon. Makes me think of the album Nursery Crimes that I listened to recently, with some creepy versions of nursery rhymes. It's so awesome. And I really love the Baba Black Sheep one in there. It's awesome.
Nou, daar is goeies aan. Ons sal Robert kan toe gaan, maar ek maak net koffie.
I'll just be right back.
Kan sy my gehoor?
Sorry about that, guys. Just my mom wanted to know something, so just quickly reply to her. There we go. He's looking all cheeky and happy. Hopefully I can make some decent progress on them. Definitely gonna. So I used to have this cartoon show that I watched as a kid, and it had a snake in the story as well, and it's probably the only snake character I ever found to be quite, cute. So I'm trying to, I guess, draw on that inspiration, but it's been a very long time since I've seen that, so I'm not quite sure. I really remember what he looked like. hopefully we can get all of them in a nice situation, nice composition, and the whole thing should look a little bit better. And at the moment, it's just lacking a little bit of interest. So just keep going until I can get there. There we go. I love their little tiny nostrils. At least she always has some friends to keep her company, you know. She's not all alone. She can always talk to this bunch. Although I'm sure she'd appreciate to have some time by herself as well. They seem to be quite rowdy. But we'll see how we go. So we're just darkening the one behind as much as possible so we can tell he's coming out from this one. I want to make sure it's quite obvious that this little one is in front, so I'll adjust the shading as well. Also, usually darken the areas that are closer, and I find that helps them pop out. Because this area here is closer, and I'm shading that a little bit darker so that everyone can tell that he's coming out to the foreground. Given her a little bit of a dreadlock hairstyle to match the creatures. Hopefully that makes sense. We're slowly getting there. Still got a long way to go, but It's definitely making progress at the moment. Sorry, I've had quite some difficulty getting her expression to work well. It's really a tricky expression to pull off, this one. At least for me, I've not done, you know, a whole lot that look like this. So I really had to think about what I was doing and explore a couple of references. Whenever I don't know what I'm doing, I just have a quick look, see if I can figure that out. But yeah, it's all about the muscles around her face as well. It's not just, you know, you can't just rely on just the lips. You've got to really focus on all the muscles in the face, get them all working together for you. So just adding some more shading to this little guy. And I need to make sure that it's quite obvious that he's now extending behind the other one, so reduce the shading on that side as well. Just managing the thickness of my lines as well. Making sure it's not too much. Got to make sure he knows where his place is, that he's in the foreground or the background whenever I want him to be. Yeah. Just darken this line as well, so it's quite obvious he is in front. Need to add a little more shading there because he's starting to cross the other one. Want to make it quite obvious that he's behind. Actually isn't taking as long as I thought to get them all done. I really thought it was going to take me a lot longer. But yeah, it's definitely going much quicker. But yeah, my first ever time drawing snakes, so definitely isn't my favorite thing. I must say it's not being all as terrible as I thought it would be. Just refining the line on her face as well. Don't want it to be, you know, too dramatic. Got to have a little bit of variety to it as well. So I always like going in tiny motions. So I'm not, you know, creating this very direct shape. If I go in tiny motions and I then use the blender, you don't really see that it's a line. It really helps to you know, create the illusion that it's all just tiny little lines, and also helps you blend it in a little bit more as well. So that helps. Just blend that out a little bit more. So now we can start seeing the shadows on her face, which is awesome. Exactly what I wanted to see. So I can darken this slightly more, but I'll need to make sure I keep her eyebrow the darkest thing. Not a whole lot of emphasis on that. Not quite happy with where that's going, so I'll try and kick it up a notch. Eyebrows can be extremely elusive at times to understand how they work. So I might rework it a couple of times before I'm happy with it. But yeah. Seems like our music has just disappeared on us for some reason. There we go, now it's back. I'm definitely happy they're looking more smiley than I expected them to be. They're not as mean. They don't look like they'll harm anyone. There are actually harmless snakes. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's the it's one of the smaller ones, and yeah, they're completely harmless. Yeah, so hopefully these look a little bit more like that one does. That would be good. So I'm just gonna shade this area as well, so I can differentiate where she starts and he ends. I'm starting to be a little bit happier with the composition as well. I think all the it's all the variation that's added that's starting to help as well, and probably the details are adding to it, not making it as stagnant. So yeah. Hi Murders, good morning, how are you? Glad you got your jam yesterday. Murders, oh Medusa, a little cute Medusa. Thank you. I'm hoping she looks cute. I'm hoping she doesn't look all mean and evil. But yeah, no, I didn't know what a Gorgon was yesterday, so I had to look it up, and I figured out that it's actually a, what do you call it? It's actually a, you know, a group of 3 sisters, and one of them was called Medusa. So I always knew who Medusa was, but I never knew who the others, that there were 3 of them, and I never knew that they were called Gorgons. So that was a bit of a learning experience for me. You know? Murders, I slept in. Oopsie doopsie, haven't tried the jam yet. How's it going for you? Well, I hope the jam is real nice. Once you do get to try it out, maybe it could make a nice toast and breakfast. But yeah, no, it's going well for me. Didn't have such a busy day today, so that's been real good. And so, yeah, I've just been able to jump straight into planning my little Medusa drawing at the moment, which is awesome. Yeah, it's my first ever time drawing snakes, so I'll see how I go. I'm not too keen on them, to be honest, but it's alright. I've come this far, so hopefully I can finish the whole thing up. But there's quite a few of them, so we'll see how we go if we can fit them in this afternoon stream, or if I'll have to finish them up later today. Could be a bit much. Let's see. Not sure if you guys can hear me over the rain at the moment. It's super loud. I can barely hear the music, so. Murdis, Slethno, Odil, or something like that, the other sisters, right? I think so. I'm not sure. I didn't remember their names, so. Oh, thank you for the follow, Classy Bathrobe. That's a really interesting name. I'm glad you've joined us, and welcome to the stream. You can feel free to introduce yourself, and if you do any drawings alongside me on the stream, you can post it on Instagram and add the hashtag #drawwithneka. And if I'll have a look at it after the stream, I'll share your work on my Instagram page, and I'd love to see what you're all making. If you want to join me in, I'm working on the Drawlloween challenge hosted by Mab Graves every year. So it's an art challenge that's joined in by all kinds of different artists every single year, and they all create their own renditions of these different characters. So it's super fun. You always get to see a bunch of cool art every single year. So if you'd love to join me on the challenge, it starts on the 1st of October, so you still have a long time to go. If you'd like to, join in now, get a bit of a head start, which is what I'm doing. But yeah, it's a whole lot of fun. Murders, testing my memory. Oh, so you're familiar with them then? You're definitely a bit more educated on that front then. Murders, the snakes seem to find to me a bit jolly perhaps. Well, I did want them to be a bit goofy, so that is the idea. Classy Bathrobe, you're welcome. Oh, thank you. I really do appreciate that though. And yeah, that's definitely quite the classy username. Definitely one of the more interesting ones that I've seen. I'm sure people have quite the giggle when you pop on their streams with that one and they have to read that out. But yeah, it's definitely, I know it can be quite tricky to get, the usernames that you want, and yeah, sometimes it's just annoying and good to go with whatever. So how did you find my stream, Classy Bathrobe? Did you follow on Instagram, or did you find me over here on Twitch? I'd love to know. I'm just gonna grab some more sugar for my coffee. I'll just be right back. done its... Oh, there we go. I think I finally figured out how to fix the mic issue when it crops up, so... Classy bathrobe, thank you. Was browsing art streams. Oh, that's awesome. There's definitely quite a large bunch of creative artists on here. So yeah, it's great to watch. I've definitely watched quite a few lately. So I watched a bit of Brittany's Art Vibes yesterday, and she is hosting her own October drawing challenge. So that was definitely very interesting. Do you have any favorite artists that you like to follow? So I'll need to figure out how I want her belt to look. So I'll quickly Google some belt concepts and see what I want to do with hers. I don't think I want to give her something too elaborate, to be honest. So I'm thinking if I just go maybe with just a standard one, that would work best, I guess. So yeah, let's just try and stick with the standard belt concept and go from there. Classy bathrobe. I like to go back to a few art streams, like Mr. Karina, Kate Munoz, Miss Daisy D. Let me copy and paste that, because I'm looking for some new ones to follow as well, and I'll just make a note of that, and then if I'm done, I can try and give them a go. Thank you for that. Thanks for sharing those. Yeah, I watch a bit of Sarah's art stream as well, and Iris Lim does some watercolors as well. They are some of my uni friends who do art streaming now, so we've all joined in. It's a lot of fun. It's great to be able to do it all together, join each other's streams, and yeah. Murders. I read that as Mr. Corona at first, but I'm still sleepy, so I'll blame it on that. I don't know even why I did make that mistake, to be honest. That is a tricky one, yeah. People get my name wrong all the time, honestly. It's insane, so I've actually been thinking I should probably change my username on here, because, you know, it's fine on Instagram where people can... they just have to type it, it's not a big deal, but over here people try to say it and it really trips them up. And so the actual pronunciation is Nekaiki. It means, well, Neka is just my nickname, and Kaiki is kitty, so the idea was you know, to combine the two, because I couldn't always get the username I wanted everywhere, and so but yeah, it's been a bit of a problem, unfortunately, for people to pronounce, so definitely not the easiest. Classy bathrobe. I can see that happening, Murders. Classy bathrobe. There seems there's some streams that do online canvas streams where people from chat and the streamer are drawing on the same canvas in different layers. That is really cool. That would be a lot of fun. I had something like that going on my Discord for a while, and a couple of people joined in, but yeah, it was definitely very cool. So I don't remember what we drew. That was a while back, a couple of years ago. But yeah, we had that going on the Discord channel, so it would be worth giving that another shot, I guess. I'm just making her irises pop out a little more. Trying to focus where her eye is looking at, and I think I need to adjust this one slightly. So I'm just trying to play around with that gummy thing and get it working. Murders happens often to me. I'll be away for a tiny bit, need to cook some breakfast to quench my men's hunger. Or maybe you should go and try out that new jam that you've got. That seems like a delicious breakfast. I definitely love some jam on toast at the moment. Didn't have a huge lunch because I just wasn't feeling hungry at the time, but now I'm starting to get a little bit more hungry. So do you make your own art quite frequently, Classy Bathrobe, or do you mostly watch? Love to see some of the stuff that you make. What kinds of things do you like drawing most often? So for me, I like drawing animals the most. So pretty much all my sketches and paintings feature animals of some sort. And yeah, so my style predominantly includes children and animals. I'm currently working on a children's book that I'm wanting to get published eventually. So yeah, like the imaginative side of art most of all. Classy Bathrobe. Oh, I like to draw usually people and animals, but I want to draw more environments. That is definitely very, very challenging. I know how you feel about that, and I'm at the moment in the same boat where I'm trying to push myself to do more environments as well. It's a lot of work, and yeah, it's definitely a whole set of new challenges that you have to face when you try and do background, that's for sure. So I understand what you mean. But yeah, no, it sounds like you've already got quite a repertoire of, different things that you draw. I think that's real awesome. So I'm just gonna shade her belt. I want it to be a little bit of a darker color as well. And I'll use the blender to smooth that out a little bit. Classy Bathrobe, is there an art share channel in Discord? Haha, cat. Yes, so if you join my Discord channel, there should be I think it's, let me quickly load up Discord. Can't really screen share because I don't have that set up at the moment, but I'll have a look if I can load up Discord, and I can steer you in the right direction if you're on it. So yeah, there's it's in the creative category. There's a channel called Art. So if you upload something over there, I can see it straight away. Love to see some of your work. Feel free to share your Instagram channel account as well. Definitely would love to visit your Instagram account and see a little bit more of your work. So trying to get that pout going. Make it a little bit more obvious that she's pouting. Murders. Oh, I just remembered. You're in Millet's Discord too, Classy Bathroom. Haha. Oh, so you guys know each other then. Murders. I was like, the name sounds familiar when I just poured the porridge in the pot revelation. Classy Bathroom. Maybe sometimes I don't even know what Discords I'm in, Murders. Yeah, I'm the same totally. You join a Discord channel and you don't have time to check notifications for all of them. It's insane. So, yeah, at least you can mute notifications and pop in every now and again and just stay updated. That's really nice. I think I tend to check my Discord channel more often than I check Facebook, to be honest. It's crazy. I'm not a massive fan of Facebook. Murders. I'll go back to cooking then. Maybe it was another pair of classy bathrooms. Seems to be a lot of those around. I'm really enjoying doing all of her dreads, so that's definitely a nice part of this drawing for me. She kind of makes me think of, not sure what you call them, but those Star Wars characters with the weird headdresses. Can't remember what you call them. If my boyfriend was here, he would probably be able to tell me. He knows. No, thanks for joining Discord, Classy Bathrobe. Really appreciate that. But yeah, definitely feel free to introduce yourself and say hi and everything. After the stream, I'll hop off and have a look at some of your work. If you're wanting to post it now, I'll definitely be keen to have a look at that. Yeah, I'm definitely trying. I'm making such good progress. I wasn't expecting I'd get this far in September, to get so many drawings done, and I'm really, really excited now that I'll have such a good head start before October hits, so that's real good. Oh, thank you for the follow, Saitama Art. Is that how you say it? I really appreciate the follow. Welcome to our lovely art stream at the moment. Feel free to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you and your artwork and what you like drawing. It's always lovely to see what everyone's creating. Murders. I saw Murders' art and I remembered seeing it in another Discord, but I'm not sure which one. Never mind, I just remembered which one. Murders. I think I am only in one stream Discord. That should be Millard, or I am somewhere else too. Seems like something confusing's going on. Do you guys, because I know, Murders, I know you follow Cesar Dactyl, so Cesar's Twitch art stream. Does that ring a bell for you, Classy Bathroom? Do you know her? Because you guys could know each other from her Discord as well. Saitama Art, hi. I love drawing surrealism or dark art. That is so cool. Me too. You definitely are right up my alley then. Saitama art. Oh my goodness, so many R's. Surrealism. Well, definitely, I'd love, love, love to see your artwork if you create pop surrealism artwork. Yeah, that's totally my thing. I follow so many artists in that style. And yeah, feel free if you're drawing alongside me on the stream as well. Feel free to post your artwork on Instagram with the hashtag #DrawWithNeka. And after the stream, I will share your artwork on my Instagram account and have a look at what you've created. So just trying to make him pop out to the foreground at the moment. There we go. Classy bathrobe, police, the case is closed. So which, it is Millet's Discord. Oh, right. I don't think I know Millet. Is he, so I'm assuming he's a Twitch streamer on here as well? Definitely have to check him out, unless I know him. He does sound somewhat familiar, but not sure. What is his Twitch username? Saitama art. Nice sketch though. Thank you. Thank you so much. So today we are working on, I've lost track of how many prompts we've done, but we're working on one of our October Drawlloween challenges. So it's got a set of prompts that you have to finish throughout October. And the art challenge is hosted by Mab Graves, whom you're probably familiar with. And so yeah, so I've done a couple. So we started a few days ago. I'll go right back to the front. So this was the first one we did. This was our little werewolf that we've done. Then we moved on to pumpkin, was the next prompt that we did. And after that we did changeling. I still got to finish her up. I left her a little bit undone because we didn't get finished that day. But then I did a witch. So that's what we've got. I'm not sure if it's focusing for you guys. It seems to be having quite a hard time focusing for some reason. But yeah, so we've got Witch, and she's, so I drew her last year with her little piggy. And so the only magic power she has is turning things into a piglet. And she can make him appear whenever she wants to, but that's the only thing she can do. And so she's become quite good friends with him now. She's not too sad about that. And so because the next prompt after that was familiar, I drew her making him fly. So she's progressed her magic skills. She can now make him fly. But yeah, and then we did last night, we did my little vampire. So she's playing with her little bat marionette. And then today we've moved on to Medusa. So, but the prompt is actually Gorgon, so you can do any of the three of them, the three sisters of Gorgons that you can get. Obviously, I'm not really sure which one's which, so I just drew Medusa, I guess. But yeah, my first time drawing snakes, so I'm not too enthused, but it's not being too terrible. Not hating it too much at the moment, so that's all good. Do you guys have a specific thing you really hate drawing? For me, it used to be trees. I'm still not a massive fan of doing trees, but it's definitely gotten a whole lot better since I forced myself to do a fully fledged painting of an alien recently in acrylics. So I finished that one up early this year, and because it was so intense, I ended up really needing to get to know how to draw trees and stuff, so I didn't end up hating it by the end of that. Where are we at? I've lost track. Classy bathrobe. I posted some things. Can just look at after stream if you'd like though. I'll have a look now. I'd love to have a look now. I'll try and see if I pull my iPad up if you guys can have a look at that, because don't really have screen sharing set up at the moment. So I'll just have a look over here. So there we go. That is so cool. Wow. That is so amazing. Wow, you've really done a whole lot. That's crazy. That would make such a good wallpaper. Wow. So you've got a YouTube channel as well? I'll definitely need to give that a look. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Appreciate that. Just make sure I'm not dropping things off over here. Murders, she does stream but rarely. Miller does digital art mostly, character studies, etc. Okay. Well, I'll definitely have a look at some of her work. Murders, as fancy stuff as ever. Yeah, exactly. It was cool, wasn't it? Saitama art, cartoons, sadly. You hate doing cartoons, really? Okay. Why is that? Is it you just go too realistic and you don't get the hang of you know, characterizing them in a caricature way? Is that what you don't like about it? Classy bathrobe. Certain kinds of reference model photos. Like there's a style of reference model posing I don't like looking at, so I try not to draw it. Okay. Well, definitely that does make sense if you don't like drawing something, you know. And also, you know, not everything suits the style of your artwork, so it doesn't make sense to always, you know, do everything. I mean, for me, you know, I can draw adults as well, but it doesn't really suit, you know, what I'm trying to achieve with my artwork. So I tend not to. But yeah, I had to draw Frankenstein a while back, and I wasn't too happy with how he came out. He just, I guess, because I made him too much of an adult, it just didn't really work. And I felt like, yeah, I really just didn't feel like I was happy with the end result of that drawing. And so that was, I think, another Drawlloween challenge that I did last year as well. But yeah, we don't always end up liking everything we do, which is fine and normal. But I think it does help, you know, you realize what was wrong with this drawing when you make a mistake, and you try not to do it again. So I'm not sure if I'll keep him that way. I think I need to possibly give him a little bit more of a shape, because I don't want to do that one. Not sure, maybe I should just keep them as is. I think they're all good. Where do you guys get these, looks like cat or cartoon emoji, the haha cat? Is that default, or, because I haven't seen that one used before. Is that part of a stream membership that you're part of? It reminds me of this game called Cuphead. So my boyfriend showed me the game at some point, and I love the artwork so much. It's all done by hand. All of the animations are done by hand, and it's a whole lot of work. But yeah, and then I found out that I'm actually following that artist on Instagram already. I think his name on Instagram is Lance Inkwell. I can quickly share some of his work with you guys and show you what that looks like. So just type in Lance Inkwell Instagram and have a look. There we go. So I'll share that with you guys in the chat. You can have a look at at some of his work. But yeah, his stuff is so awesome. I love it. He's a he reminds me of the Betty Boop style of animation as well, and I'm really obsessed with that style of animating. I think it's really cool. So our little snakes are definitely coming to life a little more now. There we go. Do let me know what you guys think about his work. So Saitama, what are some of your favorite surrealist artists? I've been following the pop surrealist style for quite a few years now, so I'm kind of saturated with I already follow pretty much all of them, so you know, always keen to see if there's any I don't know about yet. Classy bathrobe. Ooh, this is interesting. I don't see a lot of people do this kind of drawing. Exactly, and he actually got completely filled up with commissions, no surprise. You know, I'd love to ask him to draw me something. But yeah, so his stuff is amazing. So he developed the game Cuphead, and that whole thing is stunning. It was all done by hand, and yeah, no, I think it's great. If you've ever played the game, you'd see it's stunning. I don't have the game. My boyfriend has it, and I played a little bit at his place. But yeah, no, it's gorgeous. Just need to make sure that this is a lot darker, so I don't get confused about him being in front, or more so my my viewers don't, because I'm sure I'll know, but you've got to interpret that correctly. Really in love with my blender. Times it can be hard to overdo it because you're smoothing everything out, and I really need to retain a lot of that texture, particularly because I scan it in Procreate, and as soon as I do that and I start coloring it digitally, it can often lose you know, a lot of that artistic feeling as well. So I need to add as much detail to the line work as possible at this stage, so that I'm not, you know, struggling with it later and trying to compensate when I can't really do much about it. So needing to focus on that now. Murder, classy bathrobe. I was gonna say it reminded me of Cuphead. Yes, exactly. So he's the artist that worked on Cuphead. Not sure. I'm sure he had you know, help, because that would be a ton of work. But yeah, no, he definitely created all of that. Classy bathrobe, but I think some people don't like saying their art looks like something. Yeah, no, I think that's true. I think especially, you know, in the art community, it's looked down upon a lot when, you know, you're copying someone's style, and even though it can be seen as a compliment when your work looks like someone else's, you do feel like, you know, you want to be original, and yeah, so I think a lot of people do take offense to that. I mean, it really just depends. you know, you shouldn't be insecure about it if that happens and you were innocent in that and didn't intend for it to copy another artist's work. If you had no idea, it's fine, you know, it does happen. And but I do know there's a whole lot of plagiarizing going on Instagram as well, and even by big companies. It's shocking. So Hot Topic recently stole artwork from an Instagram artist, and it's real awful. Apparently, it's not the first time they've done it. So if you're thinking of purchasing from them, maybe think that through again and try not to, because yeah, they've done it a couple times now, and they're not seeming to care about that, and that's awful. You know, that kills young creators and small creators off, and you know, a lot of artists really struggle to earn a living, and you know, when that sort of thing happens, they don't have the funds to, you know, start a lawsuit and you know, follow that up, so they just sort of let it go. And it becomes really discouraging when everybody, you know, all these high-end companies just keep doing that and you can't do a thing about it. So eventually you just give up and stop making art, and that means that, you know, people lose out on seeing so many wonderful new creations. It makes you just want to become a closet artist essentially. So I think I'm fairly lucky that, well, at least from what I know of, no one's really stolen any of my artwork. But you know, it's inevitable. It does happen at some point. So there it is. Art looks like something indeed. Yeah, exactly. I think we all draw from inspirations, whether or not we realize it. As long as we're not, you know, actively trying to copy what someone else has made, you know, that's okay. So I was really keen to join in a lot of different. So there's this art challenge in August called Augos, and it's about just drawing ghosts every day of August. But I was so keen and excited to join in on that, but then I thought, no, don't do it. You're already going to be flat out in October. You're barely going to, you know, have any rest, and then you're going to start Drawlloween. So I was really tempted to join in on that, but I stopped myself from going too far. Don't want to fill your schedule up too much, not be able to get things done. Hopefully she's coming alive a little bit more now. Murders, I don't have a schedule. Makes it easy. Well, that is true, but I find personally for me, if I don't have a schedule, I just end up wasting too much time. So, but that's definitely true. It's a lot less stressful to live without a schedule, and I wish I could. But I just end up, you know, going from one thing to the other, and I think I still get, you know, a lot of things done, but for me it ends up feeling like I haven't done anything when I don't feel like I've ticked off those things that I knew I needed to get done. And if I don't have that schedule, I miss out on getting them done altogether. So I really need to be strict with myself about that, you know, because I get really frustrated. How about you guys? Do you prefer having a schedule or having no schedule? Do you find that it can be, it can get in the way to have one, or? Murders, different for you. Obviously, you're a professional. You probably know how to time stuff better. Yeah, I think so what I used to do is I timed a lot of drawings, probably for the span of over 2 years. I forced myself to time every single drawing that I did. And it was important because I need to be able to quote that as well. So, I need to know how long something can take me, so I know what, hourly rate I need to be charging. So I'm not really, and also to be able to give a deadline to clients and be realistic about that. So yeah, so I timed my drawings for over a year, probably, a year and a half. I still time them now. Every single drawing I do gets timed. So obviously the ones I do on stream end up taking slightly longer because I'm, talking with you guys, chatting and having fun. So it's not a, fully realistic time slot, but because I have a general idea of how long something like this takes me, in general, it's fairly easy. It doesn't really matter for me to time things like this anymore. But yeah, no, I would go crazy if I didn't have a time schedule and I get nothing done. It's impossible for me. Murders, I just draw whenever. Yeah, well that's it's definitely very free, and a schedule can really get in the way, I think personally, to kill off, the mood. Sometimes you're really feeling like you want to go and make a drawing, and you've got something else booked in your schedule for that time slot, and if you don't do it, if you always shift the schedule, obviously things go out of plan, but you do then frustrate yourself a little bit by killing off that creative moment that you could have had. And I think that's the big downside of having a schedule as well. Murders. All right, food is finally ready. Time to nom. Awesome. Hope you enjoy that. No schedule before I hop. Classy bathrobe. I try to draw on a schedule so I can feel like I drew a certain amount of time, at least a day. That is definitely very good. And it's good to be strict with yourself about that as well. Having that time to be creative is very important. Classy bathrobe, but I've been wanting to draw more often out of the schedule while still having one. Well, that's awesome. I mean, that definitely shows that you're enjoying it and you're wanting to expand that into something more. So that's great. I'm glad it's helped you be more consistent to draw. I've definitely found that helps me as well. Having a good schedule for drawing can really help you focus on that, become more consistent with yourself. Yeah, I think everybody is different. Some people are a lot better at, living without a schedule than some, and it really just depends. But I'm personally quite notorious with my task lists. I tend to really follow them to the letter because I've got so many, sometimes people just contacting me, clients and stuff, and if you don't have that schedule, you forget, or you don't have time, and it gets really difficult to get to everything. So yeah. They're looking quite goofy. I'm definitely very happy with where they're heading. Classy bathrobe. I wish I could just draw all day, but I like playing games too much or browsing Twitch and other things. Well, you could always, draw while you're watching Twitch. I feel like, for me, sometimes I don't feel like streaming. I just feel like drawing by myself, and so what I'd often do is put on some of my friends' streams in the background, and yeah, that really helps. So, you know, that's a good way to still, you know, multitask, still be able to watch the stream and focus on your own drawings as well. It's super relaxing, especially because, you know, Twitch is so easy to multitask with, to be able to draw alongside a stream. But yeah, I know what you mean by games being quite distracting. I play a lot of Fallout 76, and that was they had these challenges that you had to do every day a couple of months ago, or last month I think. They have it going again, and I've just decided no, I'm not going to force myself to play every day. It just becomes a little bit of a grind, even though I want a lot of the rewards that they offer. Yeah, you can only really get so much time in a day, and you can only dedicate so much time, and you got to choose really where do you want to spend that. And even though games are so much fun, you don't really get to show too much for it after you've finished. Just adding a little bit more detail to her her eyebrows over there. So what games do you like playing, Classy Bathrobe? Definitely gonna like make that pop up in front of her ear. Classy Bathrobe. I like trying to get through stuff that I bought on sale. Okay. But I go back to Overwatch a lot recently. Oh, okay. I don't know Overwatch. I've never played that, but I heard it's really popular. So, do you play on PC or do you play on PlayStation? Sorry if I'm a bit ignorant. I'm not sure if that game is on both or only on the one. Classy Bathrobe. Oh, on PC. Okay. Yeah, I only have a PC as well, so we're both PC gamers then. It was funny, I was attempting to do my first recent stream from my Mac Mini, and yeah, the whole thing couldn't keep up. It was just way too slow. Then I loaded it up on my Windows machine with my gaming PC, and it was a breeze. It really didn't struggle at all. Should have known that before I gave that a go. It was a bit silly. I didn't really think about it, to be honest. Skullib, I like to play Wolfenstein ET. It's an old game, not sure if you've heard of it. Actually, I am a massive Wolfenstein ET fan. I've played for years, so you're in great company, and it's great to have an ET player on here. Now I know all the mods. I know the No Quarter mod, the ET Pub mod, the ET Pro mod. I've played all of them, and I still play with my brother on a server called Oz. So yeah, it's still alive and kicking. It's still the best game ever made, and yeah, so hopefully it stays alive for quite some time. I think it will be because it's still the greatest free game that you can download. And it's even better than RTCW, so yeah. My brother is currently active in a professional scrim clan, so he's doing professional matches in Wolfenstein ET at the moment, and he's really good. Um, he's got quite a group of friends together that play and that are all really, really good at the game. So I'm unfortunately not. I've gotten quite rusty lately, especially because you need to sort of play that quite often if you want to be really good at that. And I unfortunately don't have as much time to dedicate to that recently, but yeah. So which servers do you play on, Scaleb? Haha, I know. Also a great place to make great friends from the other side of the world. Hi from Germany. You popped up on my Twitter feed. Have to attend a work meeting now, but I will tune in from time to time. Well, thank you so much. I'm so happy you popped in to say hi, and I hope your work meeting goes really well. Nice to have an ET player on here. If you could, I'll whisper you. Are you Renee? I think I know you. Awesome. Hi, Renee. It's nice to have you pop in. Yeah, we definitely need to organize a gaming night at some point, but it's hard to find a good server where everybody can play without lag. So, do you still check the Discord server that we've got going, the K9C one that we were both in? Scullub, not for quite some time. Okay, that's alright. I don't think a bunch of everyone is still quite active on there, so that's alright. We need to get the bunch going again. So, I was thinking it's a bit odd having an ED player on here. Must be one of you guys. It's a rare thing. Now you actually disappointed me. I thought the game was more popular than it is. Scully, but I'll try. I have to think of something you can draw for me. I'll hit you up. Definitely do, definitely do. So I won't have a whole lot of time to fit in any drawings at the moment. Not until probably mid October. So because I'm doing a drawing every single day for the rest of September. And hopefully I can start colouring those throughout October. So I'll be flat out, but after that, if you want me to draw you something, definitely do hit me up. I'll love to. And thank you so much for popping by. It's been so long. We need to get it together on TeamSpeak again. Play some games together. You're way too quiet. Scullop, alright, take care. Yes, we do. See ya, have a nice day. So I'm so happy to see that her hair is getting a lot more definition. Super excited. I really get a lot further with these drawings than I originally thought I would. But yeah. Really thought I would hate working on this one, but it's not all that bad. Actually quite enjoying it at the moment. Not sure if you can hear Zazu in the background. He's outside in his outside cage. So Zazu is my little Alexandrine parrot, and currently he is outside. So he's under the deck area, so he can't get wet from the rain, but he usually prefers being inside with me. But he's way too noisy, especially when I'm talking to other people, which makes it really hard whenever I have a call from a client, because yeah, it's he likes going off as soon as I get on the phone. He thinks it's playtime. Particularly because whenever my mum's on the phone, he likes having conversations with her, surprisingly. He's quite the talker as well, so, you know, he repeats what you say, and yeah, it's definitely not the best studio companion, home office companion, I should say. He's quite hard to work with, but I love him nonetheless. He helps it not to be super lonely as well. Keeps you quite entertained. Just darkening the other areas on that side of her since the light is coming from this side, so I want to make sure that that's all dark. But yeah. Awesome. We've definitely done quite a bunch of them. How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Quite a few of them. Should put on that silly counting song we had going on yesterday. It really, really annoyed me, but it would be quite fitting now if it would only count now that we've actually got things to count. Although I don't think it'd be too accurate. Hopefully they look a little bit mischievous, and yeah. Need to darken him quite a bit. Just that way, if he's darker, we know he's coming from the background, and he'll recede a little bit more. What are some recent movies you guys have watched that you've really enjoyed? We need to watch a little bit more sometime. It's been a while since I watched a good movie. This one's definitely looking to be the meanest of the bunch, I think. So, murders, snakes are coming to life. Yes, exactly. We're getting there. Thank you for all your encouragement. Had someone ask me recently if this is the best I can draw. It was hilarious. I mean, I know it's pretty average, but you know, I'll give it my best go, try and do a bit better. Classy bathrobe, that's a weird question to ask someone. Exactly, I thought the same. It's pretty funny. It's okay though. You know, I'm definitely my worst critic anyway, so nothing anybody could say about my crappy drawings would really get to me, to be honest, because I trash them a lot more internally than I guess anyone else really could. And that's you know, trashing them in a healthy way, to be honest, because you know, I'm trying to improve, so it's good to be critical about your own work as well. You know, you want to you definitely want to be improving, and so for me, it's just a dangerous road, I guess. Sometimes you get a bit overwhelmed by, you know, you're frustrated and you want to get better, and yeah, so if you get too hard on yourself at times, you can actually stop yourself from, you know, you become perfectionistic, I think, and you can stop yourself from creating altogether. And so that is definitely a concern. But yeah, it is definitely good to have some healthy level of, you know, self-criticism, that's for sure. Classy bathrobe, I would have kept thinking about it and then banned them later. Oh, well, that's alright. Doesn't bother me too much. Probably just a troll. Classy bathrobe. At the same time, I feel like it would be great to have an art show called I'm the Greatest. Yes, I think we all have those high points, you know, while we're creating, where we feel like, wow, you know, I actually made this. And, you know, especially when you've done something that you didn't think you'd ever be able to achieve. It's real awesome, being able to have that feeling, and when you do, you feel very on top of the world and you feel like, oh my goodness, I'm so good. And yeah, I think all of us would like to have a show for ourselves then, and at those times, but for me it tends to last only so long, that sort of euphoric feeling you get from creating something. And so it lasts for a couple of days, and then you start seeing all the flaws in what you've created, or at least for me, that's what I do. And then I get frustrated, and then I want to create something new and something better, and you know, improve whatever it is that I stuffed up. So yeah, it sucks, because that's probably one of my favorite feelings about creating art, is that super high feeling you get from you know, creating, and then it doesn't last that long, so it does suck quite a bit. But I don't think you can really get that sort of feeling anywhere else. It's definitely only in creative areas that you can, you know, feel that way. So it's super special, and yeah. What is some of your favorite things, you know, favorite moments when you're drawing? Is it the start, or is it the end of it? When do you enjoy it the most? When you're working on it, or afterwards when you get to look at it? Because I think for me, it's a bit of both, really. Sometimes I'm sad when a drawing ends. It's definitely happened a couple of times in the streams that I've done recently, where, you know, we get to the end of the stream, and I need to stop, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I'm really just starting to enjoy this now. Do I really have to stop? And yeah, so there's that side of it. But then other times, you know, get to the end and you get to marvel at what you've created, and you know, get to really enjoy that. So yeah, there's both sides of it. Not sure which one I prefer, to be honest. If I prefer during time when I'm creating it, or getting to look at it afterwards, it's a hard one, that. Murders, all of it. Well, that's a good one. Classy bathrobe. Sometimes if I'm playing a drawing game and people laugh, that's my favorite part. Oh, that's so adorable. Yeah, I can imagine that must be exciting, you know, making people laugh. I hope I hope they're all laughing, you know, in a good way because you've drawn something funny and not in an insulting way. That's definitely not nice. Yeah, I think you know, art is such a personal part of our experience. It's, you know, putting it out there for the world to see is a huge step. I know for me, you know, I never used to put my art online, and the first time that I started creating an account, it felt very strange putting it online. You know, it's like putting part of your internal process online. It's very, very personal, and I think, you know, people who don't create don't really realize that. You know, obviously you guys are all artists yourselves, so you understand that, but I think there's definitely a whole lot of people who don't, and that's why it's so important for, you know, especially large agencies not to plagiarize from artists, because they do put so much of their heart and soul into that, and yeah. So I'm not trying to go dark everywhere, but I definitely want to get a little bit more definition going with her hairstyle over here. Trying to make certain areas a little bit darker than some. I really, really love doing dreadlocks, to be honest. It always weirds me out. You know, I think it's a super cool hairstyle, but I personally think it's a pain to maintain. I don't know if they wash their hair when they have dreads or don't wash their hair, but I imagine, you know, wouldn't you damage the dreads if you washed it? Like, how do you maintain that? I have no idea. But yeah, it's super fun to draw and I love the look. I know a lot of people think it's messy, but you know, it's very different, very artistic and eccentric, and that's what I love about it. But I never have it myself because yeah, it's too hard to maintain and not really, you know, my style personally. Classy. Oh, the end rots. Welcome. Hi, I'm just here, but your drawing looks so cool. Well, thank you, and welcome to my stream. I'm so glad you've joined us. We're working on one of the prompts for the Drawlloween challenge hosted by Mab Graves, and it's a challenge that requires you to draw a sketch based on a prompt every day of October. So today we're doing a Gorgon, and so I've chosen the Medusa to draw. So yeah, I'm glad you've popped by to join us. Feel free to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about you and your artwork, and yeah, join us in just chatting about art and being creative and all that kind of thing. Classy bathrobe, they can wash the hair and the hair can still stay knotted. Really? Okay, so it doesn't ruin that. Classy bathrobe, I used to want to get dreads, but I end up not liking having long hair because of the summer heat. Yeah, no, that's true. I can imagine, you know, if you're not a fan of the heat, yeah, having short hair is definitely much better, but I had no idea you could wash them. I thought you were required not to. That would just be so, you know, if you've gotten these cool looking dreads and you have to remove them, like, you know, wouldn't you be worried that you'd mess it up every time you wash them? Murders, you just rent dread wig, easy peasy. Well, that's a great idea, yeah. The Androts, I just find out about the art community on Twitch and I love it. Everyone is so nice to each other. Yeah, you're definitely so right there. I mean, I was So I rated another artist called, let me just quickly get her name. Brittany's Art Vibes. If you want to follow her channel as well, she's super nice and she's so supportive to the community as well. So yeah, so I rated her last night with my community, and yeah, she was so lovely. We chatted about art and everything, and you know, I found that to be the case with every single art streamer I follow on here. We're all so supportive of each other, and you know, just wanting to grow. And I think that's the whole idea, you know, with this whole platform as well. But yeah, it's awesome having more of you know, people interested in the art community as well joining us in, and I'm so glad you found it so nice and so much fun. If you make your own art, feel free to post it on Instagram and share it with my hashtag #DrawWithNeka. I'd love to have a look, and I'd also, if you tag it, I'll share it on my Instagram stories, and also have a look. But yeah, definitely be keen to see a bit more about the artwork that you make. Love to know that. The Androts, yeah, I noticed that everyone is supporting each other. Exactly, yeah, and that's really awesome. But I think in general, I find that artists are, you know, just supportive people. When we were at uni as well, you know, all my classmates were always, you know, just supportive of each other, even though, you know, in some ways you can think of it like, you know, you are essentially competing for the same jobs one day, but not really, because you're all going to have a different style. Well, thank you for the follow, Theandrods. I really appreciate that. I hope I'll get to see you again on my stream. Thanks so much for popping by, and I'm glad I could, you know, perk your interest with some of your early on experiences with Twitch art streams. That's awesome. Yumo Papis, however I am supposed to say that. I'll just call you Yumo, sorry. Good morning. Such a stylish overlay. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, no, I tried to match up. So if you have a look over here, in the corner over here, the gold logo, I tried to match that to my beautiful pencils. That was the idea. But yeah, no, I'm glad you noticed that, and I'm glad you like that. Definitely put a lot of effort into making that nice and pretty. You know, that's further than most people get in the name. Oh, really? Well, I'm so proud of myself then. Don't worry. You're not alone. People have a lot of trouble with my name as well. I've heard all kinds of things. I've been called Katie. Not that I mind, you know. I know that I have a super difficult name to say on Twitch. But yeah, no. Humor, and the mirror works really well. What exactly do you mean by mirror? Not sure, sorry. The Androts, oh, I'll do that. I almost finished a drawing. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I definitely love to see what you've done. Please go ahead and share that on Instagram with that hashtag. You could get the hashtag. It's in my about info on my Twitch account here, so you can also share it on the Discord channel. But yeah, if you share it on Instagram with that hashtag, I'll share it in my Instagram stories as well. So, Yumo, the camera surround is basically you looking down at the table into a mirror, right? I'm not sure what you mean, honestly. So my camera setup is just, so this is on the table, the camera's right up here, and I just flip that image, if that's what you're asking, I guess. But yeah, I think this music is getting really loud. Is it too loud for you guys, or is it just me? Yumo, the frame around your camera. Ah, right. That's just a graphic, and so I put my webcam, the other webcam, inside a little bit of a frame, and just you know, cut out the sides. Yumo is like a mirror frame, so the image inside looks like a mirror. Okay, oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, I love that. I'm glad you guys like it too. Wasn't sure if it looks tacky or anything. I wanted to try and you know, make it look like you know, the style I have of all my stuff on Instagram as well. Have a little bit of personality to it, I suppose. I'm so glad you like that. The Androts, yeah, I also think that it looks like a mirror. Okay, well that's awesome then. So my camera is capable of doing the whole green screen thing, but the issue with that is then as soon as I wear green, I'm in a bit of a pickle, and I just know that at some point I will wear green and it will be an issue. It will make me disappear. But I guess that could be cool actually. You know, it is my favorite, you know, it would be my favorite superpower to be able to become invisible. So I really would not mind if I could become invisible, you know. But thank you guys so much for always joining me on these streams. You've really helped me stay motivated and, you know, keep at it, you know, because I know that you guys are going to be watching. I tend to be more consistent as well with my drawing time, so you've really helped me to focus on, you know, committing to a decent drawing schedule as well, and giving more time to my personal artwork, so I really appreciate that. And you guys keep me good company as well. Yumo, oh sorry, I think I missed a bunch of messages. The Androts, haha, that would look so weird. Then a flying head. Exactly. We need to try that at some point. Have me, you know, all green and just have my head flying, and then maybe I can do that for Halloween, you know, try and dress up and yeah, have my head disappear. Sorry, my body disappear and just have my head. That would be awesome. Then I just need to, you know, have some sort of costume that's got blood dripping and the rest of it's green, so it looks like my head's been amputated and is floating around. Humor, if you head into space, that would be handy. Classy bathroom, my superpower would be to be able to fit a broom into my pocket. That way, if I'm in the park, I can sweep. Really? That's what you want out of a superpower? That just seems like more housework. Why would you want that? Why would you want to do more housework? Is it to help the environment, or do you just like sweeping a lot? Is it your favorite thing? The Androt, sadly I need to go already, need to study, but love your energy, so definitely will watch your stream again. Oh, well thank you so much, and thank you for following. I really appreciate that, and I hope study goes well. I know it can be really grinding when you're at uni and you need to study. And it's an awful time, you know, for your lifestyle schedule as well. I know from when I was at uni, it's horrible. But you will get there, you will finish, and you'll be so happy that you did it. Classy bathrobe. Oh nope, I just like useless powers. Okay. Well, if you like useless powers, you'd probably have a lot in common with my little witch over here. So the only superpower she has is turning him into a pig and making him appear on demand. So pretty useless power, but she likes it. So same as you essentially with your broom. Maybe I need to draw you with your broom at some point. That sounds like a good idea. The Androts, thank you. You're very welcome. Best of luck. Classy bathrobe. I have an OC as well named Fly Girl. Really? What does she do? Yumo, she has a pig and a broom. That's already a step up. Yes, I guess so. So I guess she's not quite useless. You know. Classy bathrobe. Her power is that she's on the no-fly list, so she can't work overseas. Okay. Well, that is definitely a useless power, to be honest. Yeah. What would your superpower be, Yumo, if you could pick one? So Yumo, you're from Sandgirl Stream, right? Sorry if I'm not saying her username correctly. I think that's where we met. It was so nice of you to let me know about the whole raid thing. I actually had that happen again, and so with Brittany's art stream last night, and we all had a conversation about that. That apparently has been happening more recently on Twitch, where that's doing that silly thing. And so some of them thought that it happens when you're raiding from the dashboard and not raiding from within the chat. So if you type the raid into the chat, apparently some people have said that it works. And then apparently the dashboard rating system doesn't. It doesn't show up a notification. Who knows? You know, I don't know how it works, but apparently, you know, I'm obviously I've only recently started streaming again, so I'm new at it, really. I wouldn't know. I'm sure some people would have much better explanations about that. Yumo, that's right. Sand experiment. Awesome. Yes. Yumo, I wonder if my name is already a superpower. Yeah. I think, to be honest, it's a superpower being able to say your name. So. We're definitely making good progress. It's already 5:30. Wow. So I mean, I'm from Adelaide, Australia. Where are you guys all from? Because we've got quite a few new people here, and I don't know where all of you are from. You all haven't properly introduced yourselves. Yumo, yep, the best part is more people can spread the knowledge. I might go with immortality, but only because I'm curious. Okay. I don't know about that one. You know, if you're immortal, you want all your loved ones to be immortal too. Otherwise, I don't think that's a very nice power to have, to be honest. But yeah, if all of them are immortal, I don't think it's too bad. As long as you also can't get sick, you know, you don't want to be stuck having an endless life and being sick for the rest of your life. So you've got to be immortal, and you also got to be immune to any illnesses. That's the way to go. And all your loved ones have to have your superpower too. Then I would be okay with immortality, but otherwise, no. Yumo, I'm from the UK. Yeah, the full package. Oh, okay. So I have quite a few people following me here that are from the UK, actually. So seems like most of you guys are from Europe. I don't have too many people from America that follow me on here. But it could also have to do with the times that I stream. Not sure if that's a convenient time for people in America. Gonna start adding in some more detail to her dress now. So I think I'm very, very happy with the top area of her. Is it still blurring for you guys if I hold things over here? Does it focus? Because I know I watched one of my last streams back and it was so terribly blurry. Yumo, right now it's like 3 a.m. in America. Yeah, so I do have two streams. So I have this one, and I have another stream that I do in the evenings. And well, I thought that that one would be more suited to, you know, people in the US, but apparently not. I still got a ways to go, so I need to finish up her brush as well. I think I was getting a little bit ahead of myself when I said that we'd be able to finish this one today, but we'll see. Because I have to go get dinner soon, so you can't exactly keep drawing forever. Yuma, it's not fully sharp, but it picks up your ring, I think, when you're drawing. Okay. I might try and give that a go. If we move it down a bit, I'm not sure if that will help. Does that help it focus a bit more? I'm not sure. It keeps flipping. Let me know if that's a little bit better. Hope so. But yeah, when I was watching Sand Experiment stream, I think she's definitely one of the most unique streamers on here, that's for sure, because, you know, and it's crazy the kind of stuff she does. I wonder if she gets commissioned, you know, by people that run events, because I imagine so, you know, she's got such a unique skill set that could be so cool to watch in real life, and I'm sure that there would be a lot of events that want to incorporate that sort of thing. But I haven't followed her, you know, that much to know if she does that sort of thing as well. Yumo, that's better, yes. Awesome. Glad to hear that. Yumo, I've been trying to get her to contact the marketing people for the June movie. Okay. Oh, I'll have a quick look. I think I know what the June movie is. Oh, I've seen that one. I've seen the trailer for that one. That one looks so interesting. Yeah, no, her stuff would look great, you know, alongside marketing things for that. Yumo was a film in the 70s or 80s. Oh, really? It's because there is a recent remake. Is this the... Oh, okay, so this is the remake you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, I think the remake is out because, you know, my brother showed me this movie and it looks cool. We were just talking about, yeah, good new movies to watch recently, and I said that I don't have any, but I forgot that this one is on my list, so yeah. What other good movies have you guys watched recently? So I'm trying to give her a good antique brush. There we go. Yumo, I saw a good one last year called Booksmart. Okay, I'll quickly give that one a Google. So that looks like it's about kids in a school, and so I'm guessing this is drama? I really loved watching, what's that thing called? I think it's Wonder? I'll see if it's Wonder. Yes, so Wonder. I really love that movie. It's about a little kid and it's so cute. He's adorable. Yeah. This one is definitely, I think, taking the longest out of all the ones we've done. You know, we still have a ways to go. I need to add enough detail to her dress for it to flow properly. hopefully I'll get there. End of this stream, and then if so, I can start the next one tonight. But I've got a bunch of client work to finish off as well, so I won't be able to do it if I can't finish that. But I will definitely announce my other stream on Twitter if I do. So if you guys want to watch that one as well, you're welcome to see. And the next drawing I'm going to be doing is so Hellhound, and I think that's a cartoon or a movie of some sort about a dog. So I'll have to do some research about that because I don't know enough to be able to draw it successfully. Humor, directed by Olivia Wilde, or Wilder. Like a kid's reaching an end of year moment with some silly stuff. I would say it's not G-rated though. Okay. But yeah, no, I definitely have a look into that. Humor, got the kind of standard American school or college stuff. Okay. Probably not totally my type of movie then, but I get you. You enjoy that thing. I'm more of a fan of mystery, and so I tend to be a fan of horror movies. Yeah, just thrillers, science fiction, that sort of thing. Prefer to watch that over I guess a school drama. Is it? Is that the style of that movie? Not sure. I'm not really really good at understanding movies categories that well. Need to figure out what I'm doing with her hand over here. There we go. And I'll just shade that one on this side. Well, the humor, yeah, it wasn't my normal style of film either. Okay, so you tried something new then. Well, it's always good to try something out of your comfort zone every now and again. Okay, music just stopped there. But yeah, it's you know, you never know until you try and you see if you'll actually like it. Why isn't our music wanting to play anymore? They just paused on us. There we go. So I actually have an antique Gothic brush with all the old style of bristles. I love collecting old utensils and utilities and that sort of thing. That's why my whole studio is so full of them. But yeah, it can be, if you're looking on antique sites, it can be extremely expensive. But if you look out for them on local sales, you can get quite a good deal at times, which is what I tend to do. Humor, I got put onto it by another streamer. Well, two of them. They are filmmakers in LA. Wow, that's awesome. Imagine meeting an actual filmmaker on a Twitch stream. They must have a really, really interesting stream, I imagine. How long have you been following Sand Experiment for? Humor, have you ever done etching art? Yeah, I did. I did do one project. Has our music just muted again? Yeah. So, yeah, I did an etching project when I was at uni. It was so I did a dog and paper airplanes and that kind of thing. I really loved it. I follow some etching artists on Instagram as well. But yeah, it's just not my style anymore, but I definitely would love to have time to do it again, that's for sure. Humor, they do music too on stream, but show some short films as well. Wow, that's awesome. They show some of their process. That is so cool. I'm guessing they have a Patreon set up as well, so you can support them and all that. So I recently shared some of my postcards to my patrons, and yeah, so one of my patrons is actually a Harry Potter fan, and so I'm wanting to do a Harry Potter piece for the next month, and then hopefully send out that postcard, and yeah, she'll be super excited to get that. Humor, I think I found Sand Experiment about 15 or 18 months ago. Okay, so yeah. Humor, yeah, they have gotten some good Patreon support lately. They began on Twitch 2 years ago, the film or music streamer, I mean. Okay, yeah, no, that's great. It's great to have, you know, a platform to spread your audience on, particularly I imagine for them, you know. That's great. Glad they're doing so well. Yeah. Now I think so I've been following, I think Sand Experiment was actually one of the first Twitch streamers that I started watching. And for some reason, I think she just streams at times that I'm not really on, or used to not be on, because I hadn't seen her live for quite some time. I'm not sure if she took a break or yeah, we just missed each other, to be honest. But yeah, I hadn't seen her for quite some time, and so yeah. Humor, Anna was recommended by another mod I know. Okay. Well, lucky that you found her. She has a truly unique stream and a truly unique style as well. And I think Twitch is definitely the platform for her to be on, you know. It's fascinating to watch what she does. And it being so temporary as well, being able to share that with so many people live makes it so much more worthwhile for her. I guess she could record the whole process as well and have it on YouTube, but in a sense, you know, now she's sharing that live process with everybody, and also, you know, she's getting to, I guess, record that automatically on Twitch, and she can export that to YouTube and all that kind of thing. I haven't actually checked out if she has a YouTube channel. I'm guessing she would. You know, makes sense. Humor, I'm liking that all the serpent heads have a different personality. Thank you. Yeah, no, I wanted to make them all look a little bit, you know, unique and, you know, different. So, yeah, I'm glad you like it. It's been great having you keep me company in here as well. Generally quiets down a little bit at this point of the day. I think I've been going much longer as well than I usually do, so that's also why. So I'm going to give her a nice pair of sturdy boots, and yeah. I love, absolutely love drawing boots. It's super heap of fun, and I used to not be able to understand their shapes at all. It was a pain, but once I mastered it, at least I feel like I'm happy with where I'm at the moment. I'm not, you know, it's not perfect, but it's alright. Looks like a boot, and that's the whole idea. Humor, there's not too much of her on YouTube. She likes the finished article, I think, more for Instagram? Okay. I don't think I follow her on Instagram, honestly. Yumo, or interacting with people in chat. She can do a commission here, there, or there, and record a video of the process for them. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, no, I should definitely go and check her out on Instagram then. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm really excited once I finish Drawlloween. I can get back into the book illustration I'm working on. So I'm doing a series about Humpty Dumpty. I've posted a couple of him. Sorry, I think Siri's trying to join in on us. So yeah, I've done a couple of illustrations so far, and I've posted a few. But it will be a fully fledged illustrated book of Humpty Dumpty when I'm done. And yeah, no, I'll be posting it once I've finished, but I've put that on hold for the moment because I'm really needing to focus on finishing this drawing challenge that I'm doing. And I won't have time to do both. So I've just put it on hold for a while, and I'll get back into it. Near the end of, probably near the end of October, I'm guessing I'll have some more free time again to work on that. But for now, it's back to personal projects like these, and yeah. Just gonna darken her legs a little bit more. Actually, realized how loud the scratching of my pencil is on the mic, and I kind of like hearing it because I don't really hear it that loudly myself in person, but it sounds cool. I was watching this amazing German artist on stream a couple of days ago. I forgot his name, unfortunately, but he was so good at oil painting. It's crazy. I do follow him, but yeah, I just completely forgot his name now. But his artwork is so good. It was such a joy watching him. I don't know how he has the courage to pull off something so elaborate on a stream though. It's yeah, it's really daunting. Yumo, am I supposed to read that? It's part of the process to me, not annoying, the sound. Okay, well that's good. At least you don't find it annoying. Not sure what I would do about that. I'd probably have to get a separate mic if it was annoying, but yeah. I mean, this is a drawing stream after all, so that is the whole idea. So I have a painting I'm working on that I actually really want to finish before Drawlloween, because one of the last prompts that we're meant to do for Drawlloween is Reaper. I think it's the very last one, if I recall correctly. And so I'm working on this painting in oils of a Reaper, and yeah, I'd really, really love to enter that as my, finish that before the end of October as my prompt for the Reaper, but I'm not sure if I will. If I finish all of these drawings, I should have enough time to focus on that and finish that before the end of October. But I'll have to see, and I may come up with a backup plan in case I don't have time to finish the painting. Obviously, paintings take me a lot longer than mere sketches do, so I need to spend a lot more time on that. And that is also something that I'm wanting to get quicker at, being able to push out more paintings and Yeah, so I can show you what it looks like. I haven't actually posted it recently, so this is what the drawing looks like at the moment. Sorry, painting. And so here we have the Reaper, and she was actually sent out to my patrons a sketch of her for a postcard, which was exclusive to my patrons. But yeah, so the plan sketch was sent out as a postcard to my patrons, and she is now developed into a painting. But yeah, I've got the pumpkin, which was my pumpkin Reaper from last year, and then I've got the actual Reaper, and yeah, just a creepy girl. So hopefully it's coming along. I'm very happy with it. I'm not sure if you can see, but it's got this sort of, just won't focus on it. Yes, it's glaring a bit much, but it's got this sort of texture to it, and I'm not really sure if I want to keep that or, you know, paint over it. In some ways I really, really love it, so I may actually end up, you know, keeping that. We'll see. Yumo, that's already looking super detailed. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you like that. Yumo, having something in the air works for the spooky scene. Yeah, exactly, that's what I thought. You know, it adds to the atmosphere as well, so I didn't think that it was too bad having it, you know, sort of half undone. And I think there are definitely some artists who leave that as is, so just depends how you like it. And in this instance, so my other painting is back there, and that one was done in a completely different style, so it's definitely a lot more refined and a lot more detailed than the Spooky Friends one. But yeah, no, I'm thinking of keeping it that way. Definitely need to extend this one's heel a little because that one's quite different, so try and keep both sides of them consistent. Yeah, I think that the Spooky Friends painting didn't take me that long at all, and I was trying to push myself to finish painting in a lot less time, so I've timed the whole process so far. Obviously it's been put on hold a little while now because of the whole Drawlloween challenge I'm trying to get done, so you know, I'll get back into it later, but for now, yeah, just put that on hold and I'll get back into it at some other point. I really love following the artwork by Mark Ryden. He's made some actually really cool art pieces for famous celebrities. So he is super famous. But you know, I love his style, and he's married, and his wife also has a very similar style. Forgot what her name is, but she's also really, really good. Yumo, do you prefer to have a few things on the go or focus intently on one or two? That is a good question. I actually think I would prefer to have a sit down and, you know, be able to finish something on the spot and have it ready. But when it comes to oil paintings, at times when you let them, you know, sit for a couple of days, it can actually improve the outcome because you think of different things that you could have tried. So in that respect, I think I prefer having, being able to span it out across a couple of days and come back to it later. Particularly with my paintings. With sketches, I want to be able to finish it on the spot on that day, so I don't like having it, sit and wait. So obviously I've done that with this one, and it's really annoying me that it's not done yet. But yeah, so I really, it really depends. I think for my sketches, I like to be able to finish them immediately, but for paintings, I think I prefer waiting. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Tanita. Tanitia, if I've said that correctly, thank you. Really appreciate you popping into the stream and saying hi and all. Feel free to introduce yourself and tell us more about you. Where are you all from? Maxcraft, hey Neka, hi, welcome. Welcome Maxcraft. Glad to have you back. How's it going? We are working on the prompt for Drawlloween called Gorgon today. So I've I think the camera's a bit in the way at the moment, so I just lift it up a tad. Hopefully that's still working. It just started raining here, so I'm not sure how well you guys can still hear me. I'll try and talk a little bit louder. It's really going off at the moment. So nice. Maxcraft, oh, is this your version of Medusa? Yes, exactly, that's what we're doing today. So this is the first ever time I've actually drawn her, so yeah, it's I've been meaning to, but I really don't like drawing snakes, and so yeah, I really despise that, and that's why I've put off ever drawing her. But now at least I can tick that off my list. I've done it, and I'm not that displeased with how it's come out. We're just nearing the end of the stream, unfortunately, so because I've almost done it, and I'm gonna need to make a break and have dinner soon, so then I've got some client work to finish up, and if you guys are still around later today, probably be the daytime for you, I will do another stream this evening. So yeah, just let me know. Humor, yeah, for me, breakfast. Yeah, so you're from Europe. So yeah, it's definitely just starting to be the day there. Over here I'm from the future, so yeah. Already had my breakfast. I was just talking yesterday about knowing when to finish a drawing, and knowing when you're going too much, when you're, I guess, over blending and overly adding detail to it, and it no longer retains that artistic aspect, and just how do you determine when you've reached that point? And I think for me, what I said is I feel like it gets to a point where I realize that I'm picking on everything. So Maxcraft, Medusa is quite an interesting character for me. Really? Well, I'm glad you like her. Maxcraft, oh, is it day there? At the moment it's just, so it's 5:59 p.m. So the day is just about over. We're near the evening now, and yeah, but it's still essentially light outside. You can still see the sun shining and everything, so It's just getting a little bit darker. But yeah, how do you guys determine when you're done with a drawing? When do you feel like it's essentially finished and you need to stop? So I always use the paper lifting. This song is just going super loud. So I always use the way the paper lifts when I want to go super light and I don't want to make too much of an impression on the paper. I just leave a little bit of a gap with the one below it, and then it sort of lets me just slightly touch on the paper underneath it without, you know, creating too much of an indent, I guess. Classy bathrobe when I'm so stressed that I want to eat donuts. Okay. That's when you know when you have to stop a drawing. That's a good way. You're making me really want to eat some Krispy Kreme donuts at the moment. Classy bathrobe. I saw a video of comic artist Jim Lee and he said that he would have an ongoing checklist in his head of things he needs to do, and when he gets to where he's just fixing things, then he's almost done. Okay. Yeah, I definitely don't have such a rigid process in place, but yeah. That cat looks like it's gonna eat that donut. Maxcraft, oh, could you put yesterday's drawing of the witch? I'd like to see the similarities and differences. In today, like, compare today's drawing to the one I did yesterday. So yesterday I did the vampire, but so there's the witch, and this is the previous witch that we did. I'm guessing that's what you meant. So yeah, here we've got, so I was much happier with the way that she turned out. I think the separation, like the distance between her eyes, are more similar to the one I did the previous year. Also the way I did her eyelashes and just yeah, just the way I rendered her face in general, I think was a lot more consistent with last year's. Whereas this one, it just, I think the eyes ended up being a bit close. I also think her face shape, you know, her eyes are quite big here in comparison to the one here. And I think that's why she looks a little bit different to the last year I did. So this, even though I do like this drawing on its own, I think it has some issues with regards to her face not being consistent enough with this character that I did last year. And she is, you know, she's quite similar to the previous year's one. So I'm happy with how this one turned out. But yeah, no. So then we did my little vampire, and now we're on to Medusa. So yeah, no, I'm gonna have a whole lot of fun coloring all of these. I'm definitely excited to get that started. So I just start the blending process here. So Yumo, is Sand Experiment streaming again today? Does she stream every day? I haven't checked. Maxcraft, I don't think I said it yesterday, but love the little details on the wings and the pig. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I can show him up closer for you guys if you'd like to see him up close. There we've got the little pig. But yeah, I'll be posting more of them on Instagram during October, so if you'd love to have a look then. Maxcraft, thanks for showing me, and sorry for making you miss the rhythm of drawing. That's alright, it's all good. I don't really have that much trouble getting back into it. These are all, you know, my sketches are all within my comfort zone really, so it's not too much trouble. It's much harder when I'm when I'm painting, to get back into things. But yeah, no, it's definitely a joy to show you guys, yeah, my previous sketches. Thank you for asking me for that. Yumo, I think the next one is actually a gaming stream. Okay, I didn't know she did gaming streams. Some untitled goose game, but that's on, I think Saturday morning for you. Okay, so I won't be able to attend that one at all. I'm not, you know, I'm not home usually on weekends, so I'll definitely be skipping that one. But if she does, I'm more interested in her art streams anyway, so if she's doing another art stream, I'd love to have a look. Love to take part in that one. As I said, you know, I didn't realize she was still doing streaming, so yeah. So I'm just trying to get that dimension added by darkening all of this side of her dress, since the shadow is coming from the other side. I want to get this as dark as possible, and then I'll go over the lines all over again, because I want to keep as much texture in it as possible. Something I really tried to develop with regards to my style is retaining that textural element. So, you know, Maxcraft, do you also do direct games? I don't stream games, but you can add me on Steam if you like. Just ask me on my Discord channel and I'll send you my Steam profile and I'll add you. I'd love to have more gaming friends to play with. But yeah, I don't do gaming streams. I do only art streams. I think if I were to do gaming streams, it would definitely be on a completely different account. So, you know, I don't want to be confusing, because I have a lot of people on this account from my Instagram profile that follow me on here, and they're not gamers at all. They wouldn't really know, and I don't want to be too confusing to know what's going on, you know, with them thinking this is an art stream and it being a gaming one. So Yumo, there is a collab she's doing soon with a music streamer. Wow, that must be awesome. They don't even have to worry about copyright then. You know, obviously it's their own stuff. Yumo, mostly it's Sand Art, a mandala creator, and Bob Ross stream once in a month too. Okay, is that what you mostly watch? I haven't actually watched any Bob Ross. I've been actually quite curious how his streams are, because he's known to be quite an art meme, and I'm not sure, is he more of a comedic person, or is he serious and people just turn him into a meme, or what's the go? So I'm definitely getting there with her skirt now. Confused whether this is actually a dress or a skirt, but I guess I'll go with dress, and that's just her belt, tightening it up. Yumo, I mean, Anna will do sand art based off his painting he's making. Okay, well that's awesome. What is he painting at the moment? Like a paint along at home from one of his videos, but she interprets it into sand. That's awesome. Maxcraft, I think a great detail would have been a petrified bird, or maybe a pig to follow the tradition, haha. What would that be with regards to this drawing, or are you talking about Anna's stuff? Yumo, Bob seems just to have been full of joy for the process and full of encouragement for anyone to get into painting. Okay, so he's definitely the very likable personality then. Yeah, I know a couple of very encouraging streamers, so I follow Vivi's art. Her stuff is really good. She's improved so much since she started streaming a couple of years ago, and she's always encouraging everybody to get better as well. That's really awesome. I'm just adding a little bit of depth to her skin there. I think it's about time for me to go have dinner soon, but I just want to finish up a couple of these details before we head off. Maxcraft for some future drawing. Okay, that's a good idea. I'll have a look into that. Are you added on my Discord channel? You should join that and give me some drawing suggestions. I'd love to. But yeah, I think we need to add some shading in for her brush over here. So I'll see if I can do some of that with my little blender. So I'm just sort of guessing where I want the shape to go. And I need to do the handle as well. So there we go. So I found that shadows really help when you're trying to, I think it was in one of Jake Parker's stuff as well, one of his tutorials where he said, if you're trying to get more realism in your drawings, go for shadows. Make sure you ground your drawings as well. It really helps. It makes a huge, huge difference, rather than floating about everywhere. But yeah, so I'm just shading that area because our arm's going to come out of that side. So we'll just do this part over here. There we go. And I think I'm very happy with where we've gotten to today. I think we've made some great progress, and I really appreciate you guys joining me the whole stream. It was a whole lot of fun. Made some great new friends today. And after I pop off, I'll have dinner and I'll have a look at all of the artwork you guys have tagged on Instagram and also post it on my Discord channel. So yeah, definitely keen to give that a look. But yeah, I think it's time to add the signature in. So I'll just add that in on the bottom here. There we go. So I'm always disappointed when I don't get my character properly centered, but this one was definitely quite challenging, knowing how much of them there was going to be. So I didn't get it quite right. Next time I need to, I start her a little bit more centered, so that she's not so offset. But it's gonna make no difference. She's going to be scanned in anyway, so it'll be all good. But yeah, no. I think I'm very happy with where we've gotten to. Didn't think we'd finish her at all. So yeah, we'll probably raid someone just after this. Let's see if I can raid from within my chat this time, and hopefully that works out a little bit better. Not like last time. We'll give that a go. But I really appreciate all of you guys joining me in on today's drawing. If you follow me, I'll be doing a second stream later today, and we'll be drawing, let me quickly have a look. We'll be doing Hellhound next, so I think that's a movie or a cartoon of some sort. I need to do some research about that, but we'll be drawing Hellhound tonight. And yeah, no, I'd love to see you guys all there. But I hope you have a nice rest of your day for now. I'll just quickly load up and see who we can raid next. Good night, Classy Bathrobe, Night Humor, and Night Maxcraft, and everybody else who's watching and lurking. I hope to see you again next time.